Hi, my name's Simon Chesterman. I have the great honour of being Dean of the National University of Singapore Faculty of Law. Welcome to our Open House 2022. If you're watching this video, it's because you're thinking about studying law and thinking about doing so at NUS. So let me offer you some thoughts about how you might go about making this important decision that you have before you. On the choice of whether to study a law degree, maybe I can begin with some reasons not to study law. Occasionally people think that they want to study law because they just got the grades. Well, candidly, that's not a great reason. There are plenty of ways in which smart people can make a difference in the world. Law is only one of them. Some people think about studying law because they believe it's a path to making lots and lots of money. Being a lawyer is a well-rewarded profession, but there are plenty of easier ways to make money, and candidly, there are ways to make more money. Third, occasionally people think, wow, this is the path to power, how I can bend the world to my will. That's really not a great reason to study law. If you're really powerful, we hope that you'll use your powers meaningfully, but probably, again, other ways of doing that. So what are some good reasons for studying law? Well, maybe some of you are like me, that I really wanted to understand society and how power was used, how it's regulated, how we determine what's fair, what's just, how we allocate resources. Occasionally there are those who are just skilled with language and love playing with words. Law really is about the pen being mightier than the sword. And so it's no surprise that many of our lawyers are also playwrights, authors, actors, and so on, diplomats. And then hopefully there are some of you who want to make a difference in the world, make the world a fairer, more equitable place. Law is a great tool for doing that, and indeed that's one of the reasons why we require all of our law graduates in the course of their studies to do a little bit of pro bono work, just enough to give them the taste of how much of a difference a lawyer can make in a person's life, and that the value of a lawyer is measured not just in dollars earned, but in lives changed. So if having heard all this, you're still thinking about studying law, should you do it at NUS? Well, the National University of Singapore is, of course, Singapore's oldest law school. We're the biggest and so on. But what really makes a difference is our alumni network. We include among our alumni the current Chief Justice, the past Chief Justice, the Attorney General, ministers of law, partners in all the law firms, of course, in Singapore, but also in places like New York, London, Hong Kong, and Shanghai. Yet our graduates also go on to many other careers. We have among our alumni diplomats, entrepreneurs. We have people who've gone on to make a difference in all manner of areas of life. The other reason you might want to think about joining us is because as a result of the quality of students who come through NUS, we're ranked highly. Now, candidly, that's only partly because of the work me and my colleagues do. Ultimately, what it really comes down to when you look at those rankings is the reputation of our graduates among employers. And as I tell our students, they are our best ambassadors, and the results of their work and the achievements they go on to make really pay off in terms of the additional opportunities it creates for those who come later. So if after all of this you're thinking about studying law at NUS, then my colleagues and I would love you to think very carefully about joining us. Occasionally I'm asked whether we get bored teaching the same thing year in, year out. But the reality is the law's never the same. The laws change, society changes, culture changes. But the most important thing for us in the law school that changes every year is the influx of amazing young men and women who come into our classrooms, inspire us, remind us why we joined law in the first place. And if that's going to be you, my colleagues and I look forward to welcoming you into our classrooms in the very near future. Thanks very much. Enjoy the open house.